This is Beach Plum, and it is right by a garbage barge. This is a plum species that I've never had before, Prunus maritima. And this was very kindly sent to me by Kian. So Kian, thank you so much. The more common name for this is the beach plum. And these are popular here in the US, especially on the east coast of the US. So you can find these in like Massachusetts, Maine, New Jersey, Long Island, actually not too far from where I live. Like Long Island is just a few miles from here. So yeah, thanks so much Kian for sending this to me, because that means I don't need to go to Long Island. It's shaped like a plum, but it's the size of a grape. It is teeny tiny. This fruit is not normally eaten fresh. However, it is cultivated for commercial purposes. People use it to make jam. And you can even get some jam online that is made out of these. The fresh fruit, not normally consumed. Let's see if there's a reason for that. It's alright. The inside here is dark. It's got like a dark flesh to it. Rather large seed as well. So I can see why this is used as a jam. Eating it fresh is fine, but you're not getting a lot of fruit. There's a big seed in there and not a lot of flesh. And that flavor is quite strong. It's stronger than your typical plum. It is a little bit bitter as well, not really in a negative way. Like, it's not so super bitter you can't eat it, but I can see why that would make a good jam, because that bitterness would actually add to a jam. And the flavor of the fruit itself is like plum, but it's also a bit like cherry. It's like a bitter cherry taste with like a sugar plum flavor kind of mixed together. The sweetness is pretty significant, but a little hard for me to detect, because that bitterness makes it maybe seem less sweet than it really is. So I want to say it's a 5, but it's actually probably a little higher than that. So let's go with 6. And there's a little bit of tartness there, but again, the bitterness kind of like distracts me a bit. Let's go with 3 out of 10. It's not a fruit that I think I would eat fresh unless it was something I was foraging. If I was like walking around and I saw these growing, maybe I'd pick a handful and eat them. I figured this would be kind of like a mild plum taste, but because it has like that bitterness and that like kind of like cherry flavor, now I'm really curious about that jam. So I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm gonna get some of that jam. So I forgot. Okay, but I got it now. Many years later, and I have some. And this is actually made by a company in Brooklyn. It's Josephine's Feast, and they use a lot of different native New York fruits in their jams. It does have New York City prices, though. This thing was $20, but it is the only company I found that actually does use the beach plum. So let's see if it is worth it. It's really good. You know, you could tell this is not Smucker's. This is definitely a good quality jam, and you're definitely getting the fruit flavor in that. The flavor that it has is fairly strong. You know, plum jam, just regular normal supermarket plum jam, would just taste like sugar. This does not taste like plum jam. This tastes more like cherries and cranberries and also plums. So it's like if you took plum jam and cranberry sauce and like mixed them together. It's got more pop to it. It's got more flavor. It's good. Definitely good. I don't know if it's worth $20, but it's good. This is definitely a specialty product. You know, it's not something I think I would buy again for myself because it's $20, but maybe I would buy it for a Christmas gift for somebody. Something like that. Feels like that sort of thing. What this does teach me, though, is that beach plum jam is really, really good. This would be a good thing, like if you have a beach plum growing in your neighborhood, go and pick those plums, make your own jam, and you'll get a really, really nice flavor. If you don't have it, well, this is a bit expensive, but it does give you what you're looking for. So that's about it for the beach plum. I think beach plums have the unfortunate problem of having plum in its name. When you think plum, you think a very mild, sugary fruit that you get from the supermarket. But beach plums are not supermarket plums. They are a different species with a very unique flavor, and that flavor does pack a punch. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you next time. I would like to give a very big shout out to Smarter Every Day, WootBot, JMac, and Bill T. They are mega patrons over on Patreon.com. This is how I managed to keep this channel going, so it is a huge help. And to anyone watching who is interested in supporting the channel and in return getting some really cool rewards like early access to videos, exclusive content that you can only see if you are a member, and there's even a level where I will send you stuff in the mail, you gotta check it out. So just click the link in the description below to learn more.